The atmosphere is heavy with expectation and anticipation, and bearing the weight of that burden today is a place we know very well indeed. It's Albert Park. The story of the season begins here then with the Australian Grand Prix, and it's time for the first chapter to be written. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Joining me to talk you through the action today is Anthony Davidson, and give us an idea of what kind of thing you're going to be looking out for today.
Well, the big question for me is whether or not we're going to see the cars able to follow each other closely enough to overtake, especially through the fast sections here. Of course, we've got DRS and that will help on the straights, but it's still no good if you're coming off the previous corner too slowly or too far behind.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. A fantastic qualifying from Romain Grosjean yesterday puts him on pole, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Nico Rosberg and Magnussen, a Renault, Hamilton, Vettel and Valtteri Bottas, Gutierrez, Sainz, Jenson Button and Massa, Alonso, Kvyat, Pascal Wehrlein and Nico Hülkenberg, Haryanto and Ericsson, Sergio Perez and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
P5, you're in P5. Ricciardo is ahead of you. The car ahead of you has knocked their front wing. Minor front wing damage to the car ahead. alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A? The distance to the leader is 9.3 seconds. Okay, distance to teammate, 6.5 seconds. The gap to the car ahead is 0.5 seconds. Okay, copy that. Pit window is open. The pit window is open. 1.0 seconds. They're on old super softs. The gap is less than a second. They're on old softs. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. 22 laps to go. Okay, the gap behind is 0.6 seconds. We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one? Release, release. Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy. Our gap to the car in front is 3.6 seconds. We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him. The car behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre. Okay, Vettel has just entered the pit lane. Vettel in the pit lane. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, gap ahead is 10.5 seconds. I can't say that I'm happy with how today went, but I'm sure you gave it your best. Better luck next time.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hound on the wheel, of course.
So here come our winning drivers today, and what a race it was. There's been a big push at the factory lately to get these cars ready, and we can see the fruits of that labour today as Red Bull lift the winner's trophy. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Max Verstappen takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Nico Hülkenberg, hasn't it? Very clean, very smooth. He can be really pleased with that one.
On to the constructors then. Red Bull moved to the top of the table. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Max Verstappen takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, my driver of the day was Nico Hülkenberg. He did a cracking job moving through the field and just highlighting why he's so highly rated in the paddock.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull move to the top of the table. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.